got sand in my hair, maybe salt as well. Right? I don't really care. But I climbed a mountain, and I've got sand in my hair. And why did you climb the mountain? Well, I climbed a mountain because life was so dull. I was sitting at home and I was craving the sound of a gull. So I ran away from this isolation and I merged back into life. I wanted to feel, wanted to stop with the constant contemplation and do something that feels really real, really real. I wanted to feel like I could die any moment, so I would appreciate my life. I wanted to stop hiding from the things that scare me. 'Cause what can spiders really do? I mean, there's people that survive the bite of a snake. There are people that are known to drink fly organic tea. But if you look into a book, it says it's really poisonous and you cannot, get rid of the poison no matter how you prepare it. And you're like, well, I've heard differently. I've even experienced differently. So why are we so afraid of our ancestral knowledge? Well, it's because we are afraid of whatever came before anything, or basically anyone who manages to reach some kind of higher potential and burst his bubble is, to most people, seems to be like a symbol of fear. Right? If you climb a wall and you know you can climb it, that's 10 meters high. If you climb it because you know you can climb it, other people shit their pants. And they're not even climbing it. So, what's the problem? The problem is that people focus too much on other people. They're waiting for something to happen, and then when it happens, it scares them because they ain't used to stuff happening anymore. Because everybody just sits at home, does nothing but feel alone. And I said, let me reconnect, let me make some art, let me make music that I feel like making, and then help me to leave the house. Because honestly, there's nothing worth living in this society unless you accept this kind of freedom that you get from being able to buy food from the shops and to record yourself with an electronic device. There is freedom in that too. So why ought I to hate my life just because you hate yours? Ought I to be like everyone else, be miserable and just make no sense? It's like, I want this, but I cannot have it, so I'm acting like, I really like not having it. Why not imagine having it, and then start your day with a choice? You choose something that seems so far away that you feel like you could never get it, and then you work towards reaching your goals. challenge. Right when you're tired, it's a challenge to sleep. Because you're afraid you haven't worked enough yet. You could do one more song, one more painting, or you could just sleep and give yourself some rest. Because emotions can be heavy, and sometimes I move forward. I push myself into wow. I never knew I could do this, and then I did it because I stopped thinking about doing things or, being able to do things. I just did them, and I build it up. I'm not an idiot. I know if I can climb the wall because I've prepared myself. That's what it's about. There used to be times where being a father meant a lot of preparation. But nowadays, what you see is just bad parents. So what do you have to prepare yourself for? You just have to be the worst parent you can be, and everybody's gonna cheer for you. Yeah, well done. You really hate your child. Really spank it. Really tell it how awful it is. Every time it wants to do something, you just stop it. That's modern society for you. Just break other people's hope. I'd rather give you my hope, and that I have none left, and then it's taking me a day to stand here again and to smile. But I just can't help it. There's nothing else I could do. So today I'm preparing myself to work in the garden, which I find strangely meaningless, because for me, in nature I wouldn't have to do gardening, right? That'd just be nature. So, it's just like, yeah. It's a job you've been given, so do it with grace. Do it, how you can do it. But it's just weird, right? Because nature gardens by itself. I don't have to do anything. Just survival of the fittest. The strongest will take over the place, and then it's like, you have to mow the lawn because the ladies are complaining there's too many flowers. Yeah, the edges have to be all neat. Why? What's a pretty garden? Go to the forest, that's a pretty garden. And it maintains itself unless human comes and, screw around with it. So yeah, for me it's hard as well, my friend. I hate this life. So I make art, right? I just make art. Because that's the only thing you can do with whatever you understood. And that's what I really feel like. And then you can sing it. That's what I really feel like. My guitar is out of tune. My guitar is super out of tune. And it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. In the end, it doesn't matter. What's it matter? Well, I can tell you, it does not matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. My guitar is out of tune. You don't care. No, I don't care, but I do. I'm not really motivated to learn playing this guitar. I'd rather have a good one, but that seems really far. I can rhyme, I can sing you a tune, I can do what I want, and now I wish you a good afternoon. A good afternoon. A good afternoon. Oh yeah, my boys. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh, you're such a good doesn't even care about that, because it's meaningless junk. I'm just doing it because I've got nothing else to do. And I'm trying to stay alive for whatever reason, right? Because I've suffered a lot. So I think I deserve a little bit of happiness. If you've been everybody's dumpster for most of your life, you just start saying stop. So make art. Yeah, show the pretty world how pretty it is. No, it's ugly. Yeah, it's ugly. Yeah, but even in the ugliness, you can find something pretty. Yeah, so pretty. You know, I'm not like this when you meet me on the streets. I'm like this in here because I can open up. Out on the streets, I'm more like dead silence. Or I may be insecure, you know, father to be or something, right? Just to keep you off my back. Because nobody wants to, you know, I'm really tough, I'm really strong. So people may want to pick a fight, so I'm just gonna be like, oh, please don't touch me. It's actually just you, but, you know, I'm just gonna show you that, and it's gonna disgust you so much you're gonna run away, because you've always run away from yourself. And I just embraced it. I just said, hey, that's myself. Awesome, you know, let's build on it. You know, let's hold a plank for 5 minutes. Let's do animal movement for 200 meters straight. Right? I mean, what else is there to do? I mean, I start sweating. The dog just does it every day, so what's the challenge? It's like, just do it with grace, man. Just do it. You know, if you make art, why are you struggling against it? Nobody forces you to do this. Do it or don't do it. Right? Nobody will care in the end. You have to take responsibility for what you feel like doing. If you're not in a tight enough spot and you can wiggle out of making art, well then wiggle out of making art, but then you were never serious about it. Right? You really have to hate this life to make something else with it than everyone else. So, yeah, I mean, who's an artist? What's an artist? You know, what is an artist? I don't know, I'm just myself. Right? It's just like trying to give value